Hey, everybody. Welcome back to... I almost said Dungeons and Dragons. Well, I mean, it is
It
technically
is.
Dungeons
Welcome
and Dragons.
back to the internet.
Okay, hold on. We're going to... everybody quiet. I'm going to start over.
Sorry.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Oh, whatever. Hey, thanks for listening to Crit and Fumble, our D&D podcast that we play every Sunday. Most Sundays, anyway. Around a real table. Episode 8.
Episode 8, baby.
Episode 8 tonight.
Captain Zord tonight, if you listened to the last episode.
Maybe not. Maybe we turn around.
Yeah.
Maybe we just jump off the boat.
You just sink the little dinghy and just leave.
Swim for shore.
Obsidian
TPK.
is not happy about the choice.
Has there ever been a suicidal TPK? Is that possible?
It is
In
first
history
time
of
for
D&D,
everything.
Sure.
Do you need a 1-800 number right now or something?
No, I'm good. I have a very large coffee, so I'm
very
feeling
large.
good.
Okay.
Coffee.
You know what they say about men with big coffees?
They're big hands.
The whole
They take big peas.
Big coffee. So should we do some character intros so everybody knows your
Hell yeah.
voices?
Let's
They probably
do it.
know them by now, but let's just remind them.
Okay.
We'll start with me, I guess. Hey, I'm Gavin, your campaign dungeon master for Dragon Heist. This campaign that we're playing.
Dungeon Meister.
I think you should just very
Meister.
quickly do every NPC voice you've done so far.
I heard
Go,
Dungeon
go,
Dash.
go, go.
I
In
can't.
one sentence. And each word has to be in a different
Prepare
character.
that for next week.
My brain would melt.
How do you even remember them?
It's a trick that I learned from the book called The Lazy Dungeon Master by, I forget his name.
Yeah.
Trigger words?
Yes.
that the
No, character inspiration from real life or books or movies.
Okay.
Huh.
Yep.
Cool.
Anyway,
Makes sense.
Tash, tell me about Mog.
Mog is my character.
No, you're supposed to do it in character.
Oh. I don't know how.
Hi, I'm Mog.
Yeah, hi, it's Mog. This
Hi.
is Mog, and I'm really excited to play today. I hope everyone's feeling good because I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm being played by Tash, who is the guy that's playing me. This is weird way to do an introduction.
That was the voice.
That was
That's
it.
the
That was
voice.
it.
He does have a voice. I love it. Oh, hey, and I'm Calliope Dervish. I'm a tiefling fighter, and I'm feeling, a bit touch and go about this whole boat thing. I'm sure we're not going to die, but, you can't be too sure. And I'm being played by Brienne Borsier.
I don't think I knew that was your name.
Now you do.
Well,
That's your
The
name?
last part. Anyway.
Brienne
Oh,
Borsier.
That's fancy.
How did I not know your last name this
That's a
entire
fancy
time?
name.
I
It
thought it
actually,
Bonjour.
it feels kind of bougie.
It is.
Oh wait, isn't that that little cheese, the soft cheese that comes in the thing?
Brie.
Oh no, that's boursin. 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 Anyways,
I
sorry.
thought you were like a double cheese for a
A
second.
double cheese.
Like a
The,
brie
the
and
big
all the other
cheese. They call me the big cheese. It's no big deal.
for double cheese.
Obsidian.
And I'm
How are
Obsidian.
they feeling today?
Oh, so
They
good.
are feeling very well, I bet.
Well done. You guys are on track
Let me
for
get
I
my
wonder if
pizza
they
check
want
up.
some pizza.
someday.
Pizza check. Pizza,
Pizza
check.
check.
Bree, not Bree. What's my name? Obsidian. I feel, I feel very nervous about meeting Captain Zord. I stand by that this was a horrible decision by the group.
And it came
And-
down to chance. You guys rolled a dice to see. Well, in game you were flipping a coin, but we rolled a dice.
Right. I'm very certain that we should have been doing something else, and I do look good though. I'm wearing a nice dress for the occasion, and
Looking fancy.
yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say.
Is
wait,
Obsidian
hold
going to do
on.
like an outfit of the day? Every episode is going to be like, what is... It can be like a
I think
segment.
so.
What is Obsidian wearing?
I love it.
Whenever we go back to Ye Olde
Fashion
Haunt,
moments.
I'm gonna go back into the trunk and get something.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What does Obsidian wear for armor, or are you armorless?
Our Obsidian wears? That is a great
Oh.
question.
Maybe the armor's under the outfit.
Let's see.
I have leather armor, so there must. I'm
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think Obsidian would.
I think they would probably just hide like some tight
Yeah.
leather armor under the
So
dress.
I played a fashion conscious rogue several campaigns ago, and
course
this
you
was a specific actually point of like where my DM was like, how is she wearing this Victorian style dress? Help make it make sense. And I'm like, women wear corsets and all kinds of underwear and undergarments. Hers just happened to be leather.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can't argue with that.
Yeah,
We
it's just
don't know
leather.
what Obsidian's wearing underneath their
It's not
clothing.
like it's plate mill.
Yeah.
Maybe some of their
Is that just studded leather? Or are you happy to see?
maybe some of their armor is like a fashionable leather coat. over top
Oh,
of,
right.
so they switch it up.
I like that.
The armor is just built in subtly into every,
Yeah.
like maybe this happens to be just like a very boned kind of like
I feel like
corset
Obsidian
type thing.
spends a fortune on clothing then.
Yes. Yes. When they
That's
had,
why they have to be an adventurer.
Yeah.
They're in debt, serious debt.
Yeah. if they had credit cards, they'd be like so out of control.
The Assassin's Guild is actually just debt collectors.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Rojo.
Roho.
Rojo.
Hey, Roho.
And Rojo is being played by. Hang on, just let me check my sheets here. So, is being played by Dwayne. He is a male, and he is a. Oh, he's just male.
Oh,
What else?
does he cast spells at all, or is he just like a fighter,
Dwayne?
or is he a lover?
He would be definitely a lover that casts spells.
That's not what I heard.
Oh wow, getting personal.
I thought you were supposed to be sick today.
Yeah, Bree.
Sick in the head.
Wow, that hurts.
It's okay. She's setting the tone.
Yeah,
That's right.
Mm.
Little tension between
Ouch.
Calliope.
Calliope.
Well, that's our players. Let's do a quick intro and then we'll get into it.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin. The wilds call, a timeless brawl. Now we roll for initiative. Good and evil fighting for the win. Crit and fumble, critical hit or just a fucking fumble. Cast thine eye on the rolling die. Legends rise on its battle cry. Time to rumble, crit and fumble, critical hit or just another fumble. War is waged on the table stage. Untold sagas of an ancient age. Crit and fumble.
Dun, dun. Love that every time. So good.
Pumped.
All right.
So
Episode 8, everybody.
we turn around and leave.
We turn around the boat. Wait, are
Oh, we're not rowing the boat.
No.
Oh.
the creepy non-alien things were, or
So-
non-human things?
Yes. So you're in this boat, the dinghy. You saw this. Well, that music is intense.
So is the moment.
Yeah, that's true. You saw this creature, whatever it is, reach for the rope ladder that was lowered down from the huge ship, the Eye Catcher, that you've paddled out towards, or this thing has paddled out towards. And now that it has reached towards that ladder, you can see that its hands are. It almost looks like intricate wood, like just finely crafted, very well detailed in its painting and stuff, and clearly magically.
Enhanced.
Animated.
Animated. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. And it turns to you, and you look at its face, and I mean, as well structured as like a wooden face could be, it looks again humanoid, but it clearly is not. Doesn't look like anything on it can move. It's just a solid structure, so it can't speak. And it just gestures towards you, or for you to climb the ladder, and it holds the bottom of it.
All right. Well,
Anything we should maybe talk about before we go on board?
Rojo's is going to start heading up the ladder.
Okay, go ahead.
Just go
let's like not reveal too many details of what we've been up to.
on. Yeah, we don't. I
Not
don't think we really know details.
Well, we just kind of overshare in general, you know.
Oh.
It's just like maybe avoid oversharing, like if asked a direct question, maybe answer as evasively as possible.
So don't like tell
Don't like maybe not like outright lie too much. I don't know. Just be like, just be cool.
Obsidian, do you have any of that wine on you? Maybe we should all just like have a, like a, hurrah, let's go team.
Rojo's been holding my wine.
Rojo, do you have it? No? Okay.
No?
We're just going to do it. Then let's just go. Let's just do it. Let's go.
Calliope starts smoking
Actually,
with her canonical pack of cigarettes,
handshaking.
What are they? What
but
kind
also
of cigarettes are
coughing
they?
because she doesn't often. Her
Awesome.
Sorry. Go.
So everybody heads up to
No.
the upper deck. Nope, Obsidian does not.
Obsidian is terrified. Obsidian jumps in the water and swims for it.
No way.
Really?
Like
I am
away?
not kidding. Yes.
Like quickly in the wrong direction?
yes.
What do you guys do?
Shit.
These are the people that were on top of the roof
Correct.
that Obsidian has decided we're going to murder.
Sure.
Them. And they didn't want to go to see Captain Zord anyway. So yeah, they're out of there.
They're swimming for
It
it.
is just fear.
Rojo, I'm not a swimmer. I can, but I don't. That's not my first choice. If somebody else would rather.
I'm
We have
go-
a rope. Can we throw a rope?
They're swimming away. I mean,
Or
they
you-
seem fine on their own.
Not to mention, they specifically said they wanted to talk to Obsidian. So Obsidian is very sure that this is like the end.
Calliope's gonna shout out over the water, "Running away from your problems won't solve them, darling." And Calliope's gonna start climbing up the rope.
Okay, I need Obsidian to give me an athletics check because this is a bit of a jaunt to swim back.
Imagine if Obsidian just drowns to death.
Obsidian has a -1 to athletics.
Just this is an actual rule. I know that because it's come up before. The amount of time that you can hold your breath, it's 1 minute per Constitution modifier. So hopefully you.
I rolled a 2, so it's a 1.
Oh
Oh my god.
Wow, a not natural one.
And I know, I think that Obsidian would have known that they weren't a good swimmer, so the fear just like overtook them, right?
Okay.
So they're
curveball.
panic swimming for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely panic swimming. They're not getting very far at all.
He's just kind of splashing around, doing the doggy.
I'm not going. Obsidian, you're splashing around, trying to
Made it
get
1 foot from the boat.
trying to get away as fast as you can, and all of a sudden your hand catches something, and it's the paddle that this thing is holding out to you. It's paddled down closer to you and looking at you, holding it out.
How far away from shore are we?
I'd have to look at
It
the
was
map.
quite a ways, you said.
They were in the middle of the bay, and this is a massive ship. So you've got to be
A couple hundred yards, probably at least.
200 to 300 yards.
Okay. I think Obsidian would realize that this was like they're in the cold water
He's drunk.
now.
They're drunk. They made a bad choice.
Pizza! Son of a bitch! Pizza! Oh, that's
We start over.
we made like
that's
10 minutes
two
further than last
fails.
time.
2
We made like 10
fails on the
minutes.
pizza chart. 2 weeks in a row. No pizza for you guys.
I even have a
At least I can say it tonight. Anyway, I'm sorry.
So yeah, I think that they've jumped into the cold water. They were terrified, and now it's like shocked them, and then they remembered they can't swim.
Right.
So they're gonna grab the paddle.
Okay. And it helps you into the boat. It doesn't look particularly strong or anything, but guides you over to the edge of the boat, and you climb in, and it slowly paddles back. I mean, it was only like 3 paddles away. So. It grabs the rope. And again, just gestures, just ever so gently. It doesn't look like it's being aggressive any way or menacing. It's almost like it's just animated, like it's just doing its job.
Still think this was a horrible idea. Now I'm cold. Climbing the ladder, just shivering.
Skin tight dress
Skin
against
tight
him.
dress.
It's clinging.
So if everybody climbs up, you'd eventually make it to the top deck. It's a bit of a climb. You'd imagine there's a few floors to this ship. It's no joke. The other ships were quite large, the Hellraiser and the Heartbreaker, but the Eyecatcher is notably bigger. And as you get further and further to the top, the amount of detail in the wood becomes more and more noticeable, just like intricate little like carvings and stuff, and even over the railing is just beautifully done, inlaid, and the top deck floor has just different mats and not carpeting, but like sort of like a woven stitching on certain areas, so you'd imagine so that like when the deck gets wet, it's not as slippery. Stuff that you wouldn't see on like a serviceable ship, right? Like you're not gutting fish up here, you're not hauling barrels. This is very much like a yacht, if you want to put it that way.
Pretty eye-catching.
Does it feel staged or does it feel real?
You could give me an Arcana check.
An Arcana check. Interesting. That's a 14.
14. Mog is a sorcerer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You get the sense that some of this seems to be not as it seems, but it is physically there.
Right.
Yeah.
But it just feels a little shifty or
A
something.
little
Something's off.
modified. Yeah.
Okay.
As you approach the center of the deck, The figure that was on the boat with you has now climbed the ladder and just guides you, holds out its arm, and shows you to the bottom steps, or the steps at the aft of the boat, the back of the boat. Aft.
Yep.
The butt of the boat.
The butt of the boat.
Boat
I
butt.
was trying to use sailor
Aft is-
terms.
aft is
Boat
correct.
butt.
And
When do we get to the poop deck?
I think the poop deck's like the upper back deck, isn't
It depends if it's a galleon or not.
I would
Son
hope
of
it's
a bitch.
below the butt. Just saying.
It's technically on the butt.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Okay, let's
do
move
be
past
that
the
way
boat butt.
sometimes.
You descend down first floor,
Be gross.
and down there is sets of tables and stuff. Looks like it'd be for gambling or just fun, right? There's like some barrels, some chairs, some side rooms. Looks like maybe there's some cabins for other workers and whatnot, but very quiet in here right now.
Did you say we're being led or we're just kind of finding our way?
No, you're being led
Okay.
by that woodish
Android
figure.
thing.
Yeah. And it turns now towards the bow of the ship, now that you're one floor down, and heads to the front. And there's a set of large 2 doors, and again, just beautifully inlaid, a bit of like red and gold and silver and stuff like that. And you would actually recognize the symbol from the Sea Maiden's Fair. They would use it a lot in some of their floats and some of their banners and that sort of stuff. And this figure walks up to it, holds the door handles, and turns to you before opening them. And you can tell they're making eye contact and just gesturing like, "Are you ready?" And just gives you a moment. What do you do?
Any last words before we go in?
This place is great.
It's a big boat.
Obsidian, how are you feeling?
I don't really think we should be here. I just realized that I can't swim.
We're just here to talk.
Yes,
It's
we
not-
don't
there's
have
nothing to
to-
worry about.
We're in no more
This
danger
is just a
here
talk.
than we have been the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
We've been in danger the whole
There's-
time?
I mean, we've been dealing with gangsters, darling. I mean, we've been knocking on death's door for weeks.
I don't mind telling you, Calliope, this is a little bit more than I bargained for.
Oh, yes, that's what I've been saying for like 4 episodes. I don't know if you've been listening back to them.
Not really.
Calliope holds Obsidian's hand
For their gain or yours?
for their game. I think, well, Calliope is shaking in her boots a little bit, but she's trying to look really tough. She's like, got her like chest out, and she's like trying to look cool.
Mog holds Rojo's hand.
Mog's little hands just disappear. Rojo's big.
Rojo can't even feel
I
it.
feel so small.
He's just holding his pinky finger.
Come on, Moggy. Here we go.
And with that, the doors swing open. Inside is a very beautifully decorated table with an array of everything you can imagine, like fresh fruit, vegetables, meat, roast, wine, whatever. And at the far end of the room is a very well-dressed figure, not even looking at you, actually looking out edge-to-edge set of stained glass windows. And as you walk in, the doors are closed behind you. It doesn't sound like they're locked or anything, just closed. And as you approach this room, you can tell that, I mean, it's of course the captain's quarters, but is just over the top, unnecessarily decorated. There's silk hanging from the ceiling in sort of like a draped fashion to hide the wood. Edging around this is all inlaid with like little candle holders and stuff like that, half of them burning. And the center of the table, again, is just like a sight to be seen. And this man spins around. His outfit is sort of an array of leather armor, you'd imagine, but inlaid with like this purple stitching. Some of the leather looks to be purple as well. And then he's kind of got like the sash over him as well. Very nice hat, very similar to what Mert was wearing, the big feather.
Are we talking
And-
ruffles here? Is
Ruffles?
he wearing ruffles?
I don't know what
He's got
ruffles
a
is.
ruffles,
Like on
you
his-
know, like
on his shirt.
ruffles.
You know, like the Seinfeld
like-
shirt?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
God,
yeah,
watch
yeah,
an
yeah.
episode of Queer Eye for fuck's sakes. Jesus.
I was like, what is ruffles?
Not the
Potato
chips.
Not the chips.
He's not eating chips. He's not eating chips.
He's
just like-
surrounded himself in potato chips.
Crunch.
He's totally naked. He's glued chips to himself.
Greasy fingers.
Yeah. Looks like he ate Cheetos previously.
Save that as an NPC.
He's licking his fingers. Nice.
And high clasped boots to finish it off. As he turns towards you, he's holding a clear glass of something, probably a wine or a brandy. And the grin that comes across his face is just shocking. Like pearly white teeth. I mean, in Waterdeep, it's hard to, oral care is probably not the best for the majority of people. To have white teeth this white is unnecessary.
My man has dentures. Is the grin like, oh, I'm so happy to see you guys. I love hosting people, or is the grin like, haha, I've got you where I want you?
I'm going to consume
Yeah, is
you
this
now.
is this
What's
evil
the-
genius grin or is this welcoming grin?
This is
How insidious is the grin?
I mean, you can guys give me an insight check if you'd like.
Please.
I think
Oh
Mog's,
God.
Mog's just going to assume that it's a good grin.
17.
7 from me.
7.
18.
Oh, Obsidian and Rojo. I mean, the grin you get is that it's of excitement and relief. Like, finally. Like, I'm excited for this moment right now. You don't get a sense of, like, whether it's a good or bad, but you do get the sense that he's legitimately excited.
Obsidian's going to take a step forward. They're shaking a little bit. Captain, it's so nice of you to welcome us aboard. As you can see, I'm a little wet. I had a mishap down below. I wonder if I might step outside for a moment and just freshen up. There must be a washroom or something. You don't want to get your chairs wet.
No, of course not. Finally! Your reputation precedes you. I have been waiting for some time, and you do look cold. We may light a fire?
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Of course.
Thank you.
And he claps his hands, and same figure that you saw before walks in and goes over towards the hearth and starts preparing a fire.
You don't happen to have any wine?
Do I have wine? Of course I do. Please, we have prepared light snacks for us. If you'd like to sit down, maybe we could have a bit of a discussion. I have many things to talk about, and I'm sure you have many questions.
So Rojo reaches out. He reaches his hand out, and he introduces himself as Rojo, champion of the Orc Piss Ditch.
Rojo, I am aware of your name.
Of course.
Well, I'm aware of all of your names, but I will shake your hand. And he does. And he's got a firm grip. I mean, even though your hands are huge, like, he gives you a good shake back.
Rojo kind of gives it a little extra squeeze,
All right.
just to bear down.
Be a little. Are you trying to intimidate him at all?
Just
or-
say I feel you, buddy.
Okay. Well, you can
Flirting
give
with
me,
him.
you can give me an intimidation check if you want.
Is that with strength that we're looking for?
No,
Oh,
it'd be
intimidation.
the
Sorry.
charisma.
That'd be 7.
7. Yeah, I mean you're not laying into him. You're
No.
just trying to.
He's cold too.
Cool. Yeah.
He also has massive hands.
Yeah, they're actually unreasonably large. He casts like some sort of magic. They double in size.
I like him already.
Yeah, Calliope will introduce yourself as well. She'll say, well, thank you for having us. I'm Calliope Dervish.
Yes,
Charmed.
thank you. Pleasure is all mine, of course.
Mr. Captain Zord. What's your name? What's
Just-
your first name?
Zord,
No, your first name.
Captain.
Hi,
Hello.
Captain.
That's right.
I'm Mog.
I know.
Good.
Good. Now that everybody has been introduced, we can start to have our discussion.
Yeah,
I
don't want to be rude.
Of course not.
The wine, it hasn't.
It's in the middle of the table.
Oh.
By all means, there's some
we
brandy,
serve
there's some
ourselves.
wine.
We serve ourselves.
The table is yours.
Oh, okay. Yes. Obsidian will grab 2 glasses of wine.
We can keep the table.
He actually grabs some of that brandy and fills his glass and holds it up, and he's like, "Cheers
Cheers.
to the meeting."
Yes.
I'm
I'm gonna sit right beside Calliope.
like tightly close up to her. I trust you met Saloon.
Oh, yes, we've met him, darling. Yes.
Oh,
Been there, done
saloon.
that. Unfortunately, a bit of bad news. He's indisposed.
Yeah, he came off quite aggressive considering the message he was delivering. I don't know if that was the best decision you made as far as hiring him.
He
But
did attack us with poison darts, and he also killed like upwards of 4 elves in the docks. I don't
Well,
know if you co-signed on
aggressive,
that.
very aggressive.
You can't fault him for getting the job done.
I mean, it was a
I mean,
really
it was-
weird and
yeah.
a roundabout way to do it. It was,
But did succeed.
I mean, in the future, we might offer our services. I feel like we could have definitely, not delivered ourselves the message because you would have been able to already communicate what you were trying to communicate through him to us. But next time we could maybe work together.
not to criticize you. We didn't come here to, criticize your methods.
Well, I'm not gonna.
It was just a bit scary.
blow smoke up his aft.
Poop deck.
Aha, well, very good. I'm glad that you would suggest such a thing because that is part of the discussion I'm hoping to have with the group of you tonight, is how we may be able to help each other. Before we get there, though, how's the food? How's the drink?
It's
good.
delicious.
When he says that, Calliope reaches out and grabs a grape and pops it into her mouth and is like, fantastic.
Obsidian puts down one empty glass of wine, picks up second. It's good. It's nice wine.
Good.
Is there any ham at the table?
Yeah, there would be, absolutely.
Oh, he's just gonna grab a big leg of ham and just
Awesome.
A ham hock at each
Yeah,
head.
it's just like totally row at the end of the table. It's just like big tankard. What do you know about the Cache of Dragons?
I mean, we know it exists.
There is one, apparently.
Yes, everyone's quite a buzz about it. It's a talk about town, worst kept secret in Waterdeep, to be honest.
Yet the hardest to find.
Delacar.
Maybe it's not real.
Delacar is another pawn in this strange chess game we find ourselves in.
Sneaky little gnome.
I worry about the Cache of Dragons, though, and I remember Lord Neverember. Fantastic gentleman. He did embezzle the money, but I can understand such a thing. Nevertheless, 500 dragons is nothing to ignore. Nobody is ignoring it. I'm sure that you've come across the Xanathar guilds, the Zentrum guilds,
Blood in the streets.
Blood in the
Heard
streets.
of them? Heard
Yes.
of them? Yep. Yep.
This is part of my concern. The other concern I have is that a small group, such as yourselves, no offense, seems to be the target, the centerpiece of this current race to find these Cache of Dragons.
That's kind of what we were talking about.
We'd love to set the record straight on it, to be absolutely honest. I mean, I don't want to speak for the group, but I don't think we have any interest in the Cache of Dragons. In fact, if I could have one wish, it would be to completely extract myself from the whole situation. We're not interested in the money, darling.
Whether you're interested in the money or not, I think you're in the game to play, regardless.
Wrong place, wrong time, unfortunately.
It would seem so. Everybody thinks that you're friends with Renair, Lord Neverember's son.
Friends?
Actually, the
Not
exact
friends.
opposite. Probably the most irritating person I've ever met in my
Yeah.
entire
He is
life.
an irritating lad. I will
Him
give him
and
that.
that bard guy. I don't like. They're both weird.
Yes.
He has a bod.
Till and
No,
Renair.
the one that. Never mind. They're just personality-wise, there's some overlap there. Yeah.
And yourself, you don't say much, you just eat a lot.
I eat, I like my ham.
That is a big engine to fuel each and every day.
He's a big lad. Actually, I do recognize the name. You were working with Captain Steggett.
That is correct.
That is correct. Him and I go ways back, actually. He used to be a sailor. I was too.
You
Oh.
were a sailor?
No, I wasn't a sailor.
No, Captain
No,
Steggett
I'm-
was.
Captain.
His captain.
My
Your
captain.
captain?
My captain.
I'm not his captain. Captain
Who's
Steggett.
captain?
You both have the same name?
Captain, my captain.
Do I need to stand up on a table here?
Please don't. It's actually not that well built. It's easier to move. Put it in the center of the room and slide it out of the way. Don't stand on it.
You did say the table's ours.
Well,
We need tables.
you're right. I did say that. I meant the stuff on the table. Whatever.
The ham. The ham.
Listen, I'm not trying to. I mean, lovely chit chat. This is a riveting conversation.
Oh, I've been waiting
May
so
we
long
leave?
for this.
We should leave, probably.
No,
You're-
no, no,
You're
no.
a busy person. And
No, not yet. No, no, no.
we don't want to keep you.
You're not keeping me. We're just getting started.
Can we just kind of get into the middle? a little
Yeah,
bit?
can we cut to the chase? I mean, I feel like you're dancing around the issue, but I can acknowledge, yes, we've heard of the dragons. Yes, we know all about it. Yes, we know who the major players are. Yes, we know that everyone seems to think we're involved. So, to what degree of involvement would you like us to be involved? What's your angle here, darling?
Straight to the point. I like
Oh,
that.
They call me straight to the point Dervish. It's like a nickname about town.
What do they call it? Callie.
Seems long.
I don't know about Callie.
All right.
I see. Well, I do prefer the chase a little bit, but I guess we could cut to it. My concern is mostly political. It would seem the group of you have caught yourselves in a web that you are most certainly about to die in, if I may be frank.
Already did.
We've already come pretty close. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's been some.
I'm not surprised. Actually, the fact that the four of you made it here is a miracle.
No. I'm Rojo.
I meant all four of you. Clearly, Rojo would have made it to the table.
He actually
And your
almost
cat friend.
died a couple times too.
That was early on.
I would like to suggest a alliance. My interest is in the Cache of Dragons, of course. It will give me a certain amount of political power that I am looking to extend into other cities that I currently am lord over along the Sword Coast. One that I have trouble with is Waterdeep. The masked lords won't make time for me. I think having the Cache of Dragons will allow me a certain political leverage in order to get a seat at such a table. With the group of you, you are currently a target. It would seem this Delacar, whether you are friends with Renair or not, wants to seek you out and either tell you about this Stone of Galore, which I've heard is the key to the Cache of Dragons, or he has it and give it to you directly. My assumption is he thinks that someone he can trust would be the very people that saved his son. He may have misunderstood your actions, but nevertheless, it would seem that he is looking to seek you out.
Really, I mean, we were just this close, and Obsidian's holding their fingers like a centimeter apart from killing Renair. It's a complete mishap. I don't know how we got ourselves in the middle of this.
Well, I believe you, but nobody else knows that situation.
We're in it now, darling. Can't get out of it.
But you seem like a very resourceful man with lots of resources.
Mm-hmm.
And Ham.
Why turning to us? Why are you turning? Why not just go find him yourself?
Because it would seem Delacar is coming to you. He's currently in hiding. Everybody's keeping an eye on you. You need protection in order to get Delacar to you.
This is what I told you guys.
I want to know. I'm angling for an insight check here. When I'm looking for specifically, I want to see what he's saying to us. Is he being genuine? Like when he says you need protection in exchange, because basically he's offering us the exact same deal that Erstel's offering us. But I don't trust Erstel even a little bit. I want to see if this is someone who's trustworthy. If this is a better basket to put our eggs in. That's
Yep.
what I'm looking for. Does that
Go
make
for it.
sense?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, come on, good rolls. Natural 20.
Ooh.
Ba-bam.
I look into his soul.
What? I forget what Calliope's class is. Fighter, right?
Fighter, yeah.
Okay. Calliope, you get a very distinct sense that what he is saying is in fact political, but probably in the end potentially worse than Erstel. He may not be as aggressive or violent,
He's sneakier.
but he's much more conniving.
So, do I get the impression that we're not safe in this scenario?
You wouldn't get that sense, no.
Okay.
You would see that he clearly has ulterior motive, or you get that sense.
In a macro sense, he's more dangerous than
Yeah.
Erstel is.
Yeah, yeah.
Erstel just
The-
wants money. This
Exactly.
guy wants influence.
The net
Okay.
effect of this guy seems much more.
Bigger splash.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know.
You're aware that we can't accept this contract, of course.
Well, why is that?
Well, we're already in the employ of your rival, Erstel.
I live with a teenage boy.
Is it your son?
Nope.
Wait, hold on. Is this Roho's secret?
I thought you live at the yawning portal. That's not really an appropriate place for teenage son.
I think
That
Calliope
definitely
just,
distracted him.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty sure
Well-
Mog just thinks that's just like a distraction technique that Roho just threw out there to.
Yeah.
Roho does say shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not quite sure how to unpack that. If it's not your son,
He has Tourette's.
good. That makes me more comfortable, actually. I'm sorry. I missed what you were saying there.
Well, I mean,
Obsidian.
all
He's
I'm trying to-
17.
all I'm trying to tell you.
Well, that's not a
Boy. No,
That's
no.
that's practically a man.
Almost a man.
Roho, would you like to take a minute and talk amongst the group
You should
about
eat some
something?
more ham.
Or could we maybe save this for later when we're back at the tavern? We could talk about it.
I thought this was very timely.
It is timely. I will listen.
Okay,
He fills his
Captain
goblet
Zord
again.
wants to hear your story.
He sits back. What's the lad's name?
Oh, his name is Mark.
Mark. It's a strong name.
Can I
Good
do
for
an
the military.
insight check on Roho? I have a personal
for it.
plot of discovering Roho's secret, and
Is
I
there
want to know.
like? I just want to
No,
know.
3.
3
In
yeah.
Waterdeep, is there like an authority that you can report a child in danger to?
Is there a Chris Hansen? Is there like a
children-
Dateline
there
NBC? Like,
Children's Services.
Yeah, 100% there is.
wow, this is a clusterfuck. This is a clusterfuck.
Here's the thing.
Well, that's not what's happening.
Seems to be going well.
I think that in any negotiation, it always behooves the parties to have all their cards on the table.
Correct.
And you are telling us that you would like us to work with you. You haven't given us good reason, or even how much, or what protections or things you could exchange with us. And I'm simply trying to tell you we're already engaged with another party, and it would not be bargaining in good faith for us to enter into this deal with you. And I think that on that note, we should probably leave, and bid you adieu, and have a great day. And I'll just take one of these, maybe a couple of these bottles, of, maybe just 3 bottles of these wine. Yeah. Anyway.
Wait a minute. I know where you got that dress.
Yes. I've
A fine seamstress. What is his name?
My dad.
yeah, it's his father.
Oh, we're just
That's
giving
your
away
father.
That's
personal
my dad.
information right now, are we?
Yeah, it's Yara.
Yarwanar.
Yarwanar. I want to
Yeah.
say Yarwanar.
Yarwanar.
Fantastic.
Yarvinar is how my
Yeah.
grandparents would say.
Well, you would recognize his work right in front of you.
The purple gives it away.
I haven't been
That's
around
a-
the shop in
That's
a
a
while,
piece
but-
of detail that I think that
You picked up on it.
Oh yes, yes,
I'm grateful for that. Thank you.
yeah.
Not cheap, but worth it.
Oh, this dress.
So
too,
you know,
that's-
wait. So you know my dad?
As a seamstress, yes.
Interesting.
But anyway, sorry, I got distracted. I was listening to you, but I couldn't help but notice. It's a fantastic outfit.
Thank you.
But
Have you seen the
Urstel-
stitching in the back?
Yes,
sure.
yes, please. Well, stand
The
up so
la-
we can all see it.
The lacing. It's it's good, right?
It's
I
very
know.
well done.
Yeah, fits like a glove.
Erstal is a bit of a infestation to the city, Waterdeep, but I can understand how he would reach out and want to work with you, and it would seem he beat me to the punch.
Yes, we can't work for 2 people. We can't hold 2 contracts, and
You
know,
can't.
that's just bargaining in bad faith. I believe that this matter is closed.
It would seem that it is, actually.
I just, Mr. Captain Zord.
Yes.
Could we just step aside? I just have a private.
Just the 2 of us.
Yeah, just really quick. Just-
Sure. Out the front door.
Yeah, or even sure. Let's go out the front door.
Okay. He stands up and just heads right on up.
As soon as you guys do that, Calliope, do you think that we should be like getting out of here?
No.
We could probably he's definitely going to kill us.
They're out of the room right now? I don't think they're going to kill us, darling. Well, I think they might kill us if they know that we're involved with the Erstal, so good job spilling milk on that
I'm
one.
simply trying to get him not to hire us.
Okay, here's the thing.
Well, Mark just cleans up around the place. It's okay. He's just cleaning up around and
How
keeps
are
the place
you?
tight.
That's the
We're-
other thing.
we're
How are
tidy.
you? How are
He's
you
tidy.
housing a child in a pub?
He's almost well, yeah. There are other things that you're not aware of. Just so you know.
All right.
Let's
We've got a handful of minutes before
let's just
Mog
park that for a
finishes
second.
finishes distracting Captain Zord. I get a strong impression from Captain Zord. When he says that his interests are political, he means it in a big way. I think we can agree that Erstal's are fairly pedestrian. He wants money, and he wants what all gangsters want. I think
most people want money.
Captain Zord, I think, wants influence in the city.
I can tell you, for years of dealing with politicians, they can be more crooked than crooks, if you know what I mean.
Here's the thing. I think helping Captain Zord in the long term for the city might be the wrong thing. But I think helping Captain Zord in the short term for us is the right thing. Does that make sense?
Oh.
Well, I think that Erstal is a cutthroat, and he's most likely just going to kill us as soon as he gets what he wants. I don't think that Captain Zord will do that.
No, he'll simply hire someone to do it for him, as you've seen with that murderer that we dealt with that killed me last episode.
I think, how do I say this? I'm just trying to, I think either way we're in danger, and we're going to have to deal with that sooner or later. I'm just wondering if in the short term, choosing the less volatile option is better. Does that make sense?
I have this idea.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm going to say
So-
that you guys have probably about like a minute or less to finish your discussion before they come back in.
What if we have, right now we have two people that are probably not have our best interests in mind. What if we play them off against each other?
We will not be able to pull that off. Honestly, I don't think we're going to be able to. We can try, but I mean, I think that Erstal, the gangster, and Captain Zord, the whatever he is, has been doing this a lot longer than we have.
Just let me have a shot at it. What's the worst that could happen?
Death.
We could all die.
That's horrible.
Okay, we're going to come to Zord and Mog's discussion.
Oh, okay. So, Mr. Captain,
Captain Zord.
First of all, your teeth. Wow.
Thank you.
They're so square and bright, and it's weird. They don't look real.
They're not meant to look real. They're meant to look fashionable.
Which brings me to the jacket.
Yes.
I recognized it as soon as we walked in. Of course,
Thank
I know
you.
my dad's work.
Of course you would. And
You-
congratulations on having such a fantastic father.
So you do know my dad a bit more than just a seamstress.
Well, yes. I mean, we've come to know each other because all of the work he's done for me, but we've become acquaintances.
And you're probably familiar with his
Past.
faction involvement?
His Harper involvement.
Right.
I am.
This is what I was sensing.
Yes.
Are
If you're
you
asking if I'm a Harper,
part of-
I am not. No.
No, I wasn't asking that. I really just wanted to compliment you on your teeth. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. So yeah, we can go back. That's great. Thanks for
I
talking.
have killed Harpers.
I think a lot of people have, because most people aren't open about that's why I was trying to be somewhat discreet. I'm not a Harper. I just know that my dad was involved with them, because you don't go around telling people you're a Harper.
No. And that's good to
Ha-ha!
know.
See?
That
Yeah,
you're not
so
a
maybe
Harper.
you are, because
Oh.
you wouldn't just openly say you're a Harper if you're a Harper. That's one of the key.
But didn't you just say that
Principles.
you're not a Harper?
I said that I'm not a Harper.
And I did too. So are we both Harpers?
I don't know. Are we? I got an idea. At the count of 3, show your Harper's badge if you have one.
1,
2,
Two.
3.
Harpers don't have badges.
So you do know. Oh, this is okay. No.
Well,
hey,
your father's a
shh,
Harper. I know
we don't-
some stuff
no,
about them.
We don't need to talk about it.
Where do you think?
I just wanted to confirm.
Do you know who Mert is?
Do I know who Mert is? Yeah.
Where do you think
Yeah,
he
yeah.
got his hat?
From my dad?
From me.
Who got it from my dad? Because he makes hats.
He makes hats.
Okay. Good.
Well, this has been fun, Mark.
You're pretty good. You've obviously been a Harper for a while, because that was tight. That was pretty tight.
Not a Harper.
No. Neither am I.
Back to the guests.
What?
and swings the door open. Well,
As soon as we come into the room, I'm going to use my telepathy to tell Calliope that he's a Harper. He just told me. He just openly told me he's a Harper. Totally
Calliope
figured
like
it out.
looks at Mog. She's like, what?
I had my
Oh.
suspicions. Nailed it.
I can understand your concerns. How about this? Perhaps I offer some information in exchange for nothing from you initially to prove that I have your best interest in mind, yes?
All right.
Good. I would assume that you have noticed a few of your friends or contacts are missing.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
What are their names? Because I actually don't know their names. I just know that they're missing.
Do you know where they are?
I do.
Saloon.
Lift.
Liv. And there's 3 of them.
Yorick Ivanov.
Yorick. Okay. And the third?
Oh, is it Till?
He's not
I
Is
my
it
don't know
like
the
friend.
a
know the
scraggly
names.
little
The
bard?
bard guy that I was
Till?
talking about
3
earlier.
fingers.
Perhaps.
Ugh. Have
Whatever
you
the-
got them?
I do not. Xanathar does.
Oh, shit.
Shit is right.
Fuck.
Xanathar. Erstal is a street rat. Something that can scurry about and hardly be noticed by the City Watch. You would notice that because the City Watch barely does anything about their misbehaving. Xanathar, on the other hand, is a brute. When he takes action, everybody takes notice. The fact that he has your friends means he has a very close eye on the group of you. Why you're not dead, my only assumption could be that he wants what Delacar has, knows that Delacar is coming to you, and is waiting for just the right moment. My assumption would be that he has your friends for information.
Shit.
I feel like everyone thinks that we know something that we don't know or something. I don't feel like we know.
We're just in the shit, darling.
Anything.
We're bait, nothing else. Listen, you
Captain.
understand that we're in a bit of an awkward position here.
I do.
Erstal thinks that, well, we are working for Erstal. We don't necessarily want to be working for Erstal. We just kind of are. There's a bit of a rock and a hard place we're in.
He kind of just said he'll kill us if we don't do what he
Yes.
says. It's not
That's
like
how
that.
he works.
But, I mean, I'm just going to be frank.
Oh, that's going to be confusing for the character. Moving forward is Frank.
Give us your best Bronx accent.
Oi. I think Erstal's quite likely to just slit our throats when he gets what he wants anyways.
Most likely.
How can we know that you can offer us the protection we need and you won't do the same thing?
I believe the adventurer in you would tell you that you can't believe me. You'll just have to trust me.
So if you were me, what would you do?
If I were to know that the moment I leave this ship, the likelihood of death is probably higher than living, I would probably take any bet that I could get.
Wait, you're saying you're going to kill us if we don't work for you?
I'm not
That's
saying
what
that at
Ursula
all.
just said.
I'm saying that if you don't have the protection that you might need,
Are
you're
you
very
o-
unlikely
Are
to
you
survive.
offering us protection?
I'm offering... Yes.
Here's what we're dealing with right now. Erstal let us walk out of his hideout with expressly because, well, basically he was going to kill us, and we cut a deal. There's a Zentarum thug living in our tavern, keeping an eye on us. I don't think this is probably new information to you. You've been spying on us, clearly.
I'm unaware of this interim. The one in your tavern.
It's new.
But they have been spying on you, and he gestures towards the figure that was lighting the hearth.
So, how do you propose to help us deal with that?
That's an interesting question. I could have some members deal with Erstil. My concern is the political engagement that would cause for myself and my crew.
Here's a conundrum for you, though. If we get what you're looking for from Delacar, and don't give it to Erstil, they'll have us killed, and you'll never get it.
If you make it to me before Erstil makes it to you,
But he has his men tailing us, and so do
He
you.
has his men
that
with us
might be
all the
something
time.
we can deal with. Perhaps you leave the tavern for a time, and when you come back, this Zentarum will no longer be there.
The moment we leave the tavern, Erstil's going to know we've double-crossed him.
Perhaps you visit Erstil so he knows it's not you.
How about we go visit Erstil after we leave here, and you send someone to our tavern to take care of that thug while we're on our way.
That could work.
I have one more thought for showing him faith.
Okay.
if we go to see Erstil, is there some information you could give us that we could pass to him?
Ooh, I don't know if you want to be telling Erstil that you've come alliance with anybody.
Well,
If you mention that you've been talking with me.
No. Do you have something that we could give him that he would be excited about? Some juicy piece of information. The world
So
spins.
so
on-
we have a reason why we're going to see him. Is what I was, because otherwise he'll get suspicious fast.
maybe something against a rival you share in common.
You could tell him the Xanathon gang has your friends for information. That would scare him.
Yes, I agree.
That's
I have to
good.
give them something. So what you're saying is, got a bit of a double agent situation going here. We're chatting with you and chatting with Erstil, and
It's possible. My concern there is you're already in a hell of a web. Do you really want to get yourself in a thicker one?
got it.
Can I get
Webs-
everybody to give me a perception check, right?
Natural 20.
Wow, you in your 20s tonight.
Telling
8.
you.
16 plus.
7.
Rojo and Calliope, you would hear the sounds of quickly moving footprints overhead on the top deck. Rojo is about to sneeze.
Calliope's just gonna look at
Makes me
what's his
sneeze.
name? Zord.
Yeah.
What's that?
What's what?
Feet moving overhead.
You heard something. Shh, everybody, shh. And then now everybody would hear just like and scurrying. He's like, that's not the sound of my crew.
Are we about to die?
We might be. Everybody up against this wall. If they're to come through the doors, I have an idea. We can ambush them, whoever they are. I will stay on the center of the table. If they attack, do I have your word that you'll help me?
Yes.
Very good. It's moments later after you hear the footsteps and him speaking that you would hear the sounds of the footsteps coming down the steps, as well as splashes in the water from overhead. And now they are approaching the doors. There is a pause before a loud boot kick crashes the door open. And
Can we have readied an action?
I was
No,
just
you-
going to say.
you can
Is
ready an action. Yep.
I was gonna say that Obsidian is gonna fire their crossbow at the first thing or person that he's so
Whoa,
much
whoa,
as-
whoa.
We don't want to make sure it's not Delica.
No, that's fine.
Or our friends.
Yeah, we don't have any friends.
I'm gonna cast Bless.
Okay.
Yes. Whoever sticks so much as a finger through that door, I'm gonna fire a crossbow at.
I like it.
Mog's gonna ready Chaos Bolt, but not that adamantly.
Okay, so everybody's facing towards the door then? You're not up against the wall behind the door like he had suggested?
No, I'm doing that.
Okay.
I am facing the door, but I have the table in between me and the door.
Okay, so you're on the far end of the table. Or the,
Rojo just follows directions, right?
so you're up against the wall?
Yep.
So Mog and Rojo are on the up against the wall on either side of the door. Where is Calliope?
Calliope's maybe next to Captain Zord.
Okay, so you and Obsidian are next to Captain Zord on the far end of the table,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
I'm gonna
Everybody's readying action. I mean, you would have had time to prepare something because you knew something was coming. He was mentioning it.
I mean, if they come in aggressively, I'm going to be ready to attack. But
Okay.
like if they come in guns, I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried it's
feel
going to be Delicar.
I feel like Obsidian's just scared, so they're definitely gonna fire at whatever, friend or foe, any sort of flesh.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold.
And I'm just gonna cast Bless on Mog, Calliope, and Rojo.
Okay, sounds good. What bursts through the door? Obsidian and Calliope would see is a large black-haired dwarf that is just covered in tattoos that look like Xanathar, like just the his head and the tentacles and stuff,
Yeah,
but they're
yeah.
just covering his body from head to toe. The other most notable thing about this extremely aggressive-looking figure is that his one lower arm is missing and is completely replaced with what looks to be like a fixed large crossbow.
Oh, dang. That's dope.
As he comes through the door, he's almost like he's sweating, but like almost not foaming at the mouth, but you know what I mean? Like he's like, you can tell he's like ready for just battle.
He's in
He
the lather.
reaches up and grabs there's like this leather tongue on the back of the large crossbow, bites it, jabs his arm forward to load the crossbow, and aims it directly at Zord. Obsidian, you have a moment to react as this large guy kicks through this door, and this is what you see.
I feel like I have to be honest and tell you that Obsidian's so scared that they would fire immediately, but I think that they're probably very shaky, and I don't know if you want me to fire at disadvantage. That's why I mentioned it. I'm being an honest player.
Ooh, yeah, I
I
think
feel like they're ready, but they're also like
they're really scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can roll disadvantage if you want, just to see what happens.
I don't want. I'm just trying. That's a 15. I'm
15?
sorry, 11. Math is not my strong suit.
11. This guy is basically a brick wall in the doorway.
Yeah.
You hit him. Give me damage.
Is he within 5 feet of somebody hiding behind the door?
Everybody can give me a perception check with that question.
Well, no, with
Because
5
I would
feet
get
of a friend.
I would get the sneak.
Oh, I
attack.
know. Yeah, I just want to see if everybody else sees what's going on.
15.
15,
11.
11. Oh, I guess you guys wouldn't. Yes, you would have that if it's within 5 feet of someone by him, right?
Okay, yeah.
Calliope, you would notice. What was your roll?
I only rolled an 11.
Got a
Oh, no.
15.
15. Okay. What was Mog's?
13.
13. Oh, and 11. Okay, so everybody, you guys are all above 10. Calliope, you would see smallish looking figures rushing up behind this guy, and not just one, many of them. Mog and Rojo, you don't see anything because you're up against this wall, but you get the very distinct smell of goblin. What was your
So I
damage?
do get the sneak attack damage?
Yep.
So that is 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
And Obsidian is now going to dive to the floor and crawl under the table.
Okay,
That's the end of my action.
everybody give me a quick, what is it called?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Thank you. My brain's not working.
7.
7.
Ooh. Non-natural 20 for me.
Wow, nice. Okay.
9.
Natural 20 for Rojo.
Oh,
no damn.
Okay, so who has the higher dex,
He's
I
ready
guess?
to
Well,
fight.
I think natural 20 trumps a non-natural 20.
Oh, yours was. I
My-
thought you says. yours
I was a non-natural.
Okay,
20.
so we're starting with you, and we're gonna go clockwise. Shit. Rojo.
So Rojo is going to grab his crossbows and he is going to start firing back at the dwarf.
Yep, that came through the door.
Yeah, with the crossbows.
Okay, sounds good. So you're gonna step out from the doorway and start firing on
Yep.
him. So he's gonna be close to you, like 10 feet.
Perfect.
Okay.
So that would be 5 for my first shot, so that's not going to hit him. I
No.
guarantee that.
Nope.
And I'm going to shoot off another one. That'd be 10 plus 13.
That'll hit.
Okay. And I need a 1d8. So 6. And
Six
so I
damage?
get 1. Yeah, so it's 1d8 and piercing is what I get. So it's
Nice.
6 points.
Okay. So you start firing some bolts at this guy. It's like just sticking out of his thick, leathery skin. He continues to aim without flinching at Zord, and you just hear him. He's like, "Charge!" And then all these goblins come ripping past him, like just a group of them, and just like start barreling over the table. One goes to attack Calliope. To attack, I think it's +4, so 16.
So we get we get
My
an extra.
AC is 16.
Okay, so that would hit. Right? 16?
Yeah.
Yep. 6 points of damage, slashing damage to Calliope. 2 of them lunge towards Zord. 1 hits Zord for 4 points of damage. And the other, how many did I say? 2?
Obsidian's under the table.
Obsidian's under the table. Okay, so the other 2 are going to hop down to the table and start scurrying after you, but that's going to take their full move action. You can see that they're trying to like grab towards their ankles and pull them out from under the table. This large orc figure looks around, and he's just like grunting almost, and aims towards Zord and fires his crossbow. 8. Actually, that hits. Wow, that is amazing. So, let's go with the crossbow. Does another 6 points of damage to Zord. Zord takes it in the shoulder, but his leather seems to be protecting him pretty well. Mog, you are up.
And so we have bless. 3 of us have bless cast.
Ooh. Bless gives you
1d4
bonus on your attack or on your damage.
Which 3, Dwayne?
Mog, Calliope, and Rojo.
Bless is on attack and checks. Is that right?
It is
Yes.
on
Or saving throws?
attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah.
Attack rolls and saving throws. Okay. How many goblins came in?
6.
And just to give me a bit of a sense, how big is the room in total?
I can draw it here, but it's probably about. I can look at the map.
And I'm guessing if it's in a big old ship, there's probably like lots of beams, and I'm just trying to get a sense of what
So it's 30
happening.
across and 60 length.
30 and 60. Okay. Yeah. So I guess Mog's reaction would be thinking that that Mr. Captain is a homie because he's a harper. So he's gonna try to defend him by attacking the big guy with the chaos bolt that he's prepped.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
Wait, did you see her attacking the dwarf?
the big guy?
Yeah, the
that
dwarf.
attacked it. I thought
a
it was
dwarf or
I thought
an
it was an
orc?
orc.
Oh, did I say orc?
You
Sorry.
said
You
orc
said
at
both
one.
You actually
dwarf
said
and
both.
orc.
Oh,
I heard dwarf.
It's a dwarf. It's
Okay,
a
dwarf.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's a dwarf orc. A dwarf?
A dwark.
Dwarf.
Okay. Chaos Bolt. Booyaka. 14, 18,
Plus-
18.
Hits.
Plus your d4.
I hit him anyways.
Okay.
I didn't roll that yet. So I rolled 2d8 plus 1d6.
Wow.
$14. 14 of, let's see, I am going to pick,
Of damage?
yeah. 14, I'm going to pick poison damage.
Chaos Bolt's a good spell.
Yeah, jeez. Okay, so you cast of poison? So does he
Yes.
does he have to make
It's
a
just
con
poison
save?
damage.
Oh, poison damage.
Not
Okay.
poisoned.
Oh,
Oh shit. He's a dwarf.
What?
Dwarves
Is that
are
a bad
resistant.
They're
Yeah, that's
resistant to poison.
so half that.
Mog doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was that? 14?
So 7.
So it was 7.
Now you know.
Nice. Yeah, he looks like, I mean, it burns him, but you can tell he shakes it off a little bit. Calliope.
Okay, Calliope's gonna, as a free action, shout, "Keep the dwarf alive! Don't kill the dwarf!" And I'm gonna, there's a goblin right up in my guts.
Yep,
like they're right
standing
there.
on the table. Yep.
Dope. Okay, I'm gonna do my my attack and also my offhand on this goblin.
Plus d4.
Well, I'll do my attack first and see how it goes. So my attack is 22.
That hits.
And that's my
Battle music
oh,
is stupid.
dog shit. God, I roll so shitty. 4 points of damage on that.
4 points. Nice.
God. So I'm guessing he's not anywhere near dead.
No, he still looks hot and ready.
Hot and ready. I'm gonna go ahead and do my offhand now. So that's 12 plus 4 is 16 plus my D4 is another 19.
Yeah, roll
Hit.
damage.
Beauty. Let's see if I roll a little bit better this time. So 5 points of damage on that.
Another 5. Okay, so that's 9 total that you've done, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's he looking?
He's looking like a little bit bruised up, but he's not bloodied by any means.
I'm just gonna use my action surge and just try and get rid of him. I don't
Okay.
want him up in my situation. No time. Come on, Christ. 9 plus so does an 11 do it?
11 hits.
Really?
Yep.
Nice. So I rapier. That's another 8 points of damage.
Whoa. Okay, now he is definitely bloodied.
Hell yeah.
Hold on, I need to finish the math on this.
Be 17 points of damage total.
Yeah. Jeez. Let me actually check his stats. Okay. Yeah, he's looking real bloodied.
Calliope spits in his face.
Wow. that's a bit of a
aggressive.
distance, but I like it.
Oh no, what? I'm in melee with the goblin. I'm using swords.
Oh, the goblin.
Yeah,
I thought you were
I'm-
attacking. Oh my god. I'm
No.
sorry. That goblin is in pieces.
That's why I asked. Well, no, that's why. Okay, so did it die before my action surge?
Your first, yes.
That's
it
why
would
I.
have. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's why I specifically asked because I was attacking the goblin in my.
My bad.
So can I go? Can I?
You
I
can
would
use the
not.
action
I
surge
would
on
not have
something
done
else.
my.
Or you can reverse that if you want.
Okay, no. Well, did the first two hits do it?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, well then in that case, I'm gonna use my action surge to jump over get into the orcs situation. I would have used my action.
Dwarf.
Okay.
Ugh, whatever he is.
Okay, so you're using that action. You're not using your action, or you're using your action surge, but to leap across the table
Well, okay,
and get in
no.
the face of the dwarf.
Sorry. So my first two hits killed the goblin.
Yes, goblin down. 5 left.
Okay. So then I will use the action surge. Do you want me to roll again or? Okay. So yeah, that's next round of damage would have been on the dwarf.
Okay, so the
Yes.
next round was
So okay, sorry. So the goblin would have been the first two hits.
I know, but
and then
the second round
action surge would have been on the
damage was to the dwarf.
dwarf.
Yeah,
Can
how
I
much damage
can I
was that?
use an action surge on a separate
I was wondering
person?
that on a second.
I'm not.
opponent?
I'm actually. You know what? I don't know if I can use an action surge on a second opponent. I think an action surge is like I think like I'm attacked, and I want to go again on the
okay.
same guy. So you know what? Let's just say no action surge in that case. So goblin's dead, and then
Okay.
This is so confusing.
Okay, we'll move on.
I'm keeping my action surge.
Right. Before Obsidian was Captain Zord, who leaps up from his chair in between all of this and says, finally! Takes out 2 rapiers and leaps on the table like a musketeer and just tries to mow down these goblins, which I'm assuming he will just because. Even with those crappy rolls, I think it's enough. Actually, for one, it is not. So he would take out... I'm not even sure I need to roll this, but I will anyway. He takes out both goblins with one swipe, leaps on the table, 2 goblins, a sword each, just lobs their head off. Blood starts to spray. They collapse to the ground. Obsidian.
So you said Obsidian. There was 2 goblins trying to crawl under the table to grab at their ankles.
Yes.
Get away from me! Just get! And Obsidian will take
Shoo!
Filthy goblin.
get,
Disgusting.
and I will stab at them with my daggers. Oh yeah.
Okay.
First, 6 probably doesn't do it.
Nope.
And my offhand,
Sure.
9.
Nope.
I am very much freaking out.
Yeah, you're just
And
like out there like slashing at anything.
and I'm actually going to flip on all 4s and try and crawl away from them.
Like further under the table.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Rojo.
I am going to. I'm going to go up to this dwarf.
Yep.
With my great axe.
Okay.
And I am gonna. I'm gonna see if I can hit him.
I like it.
Well, that is 16, so 17.
That hits.
So I'm gonna smite that.
Ooh.
Damn.
So uno momento here, 1d12.
But he's not bloodied anymore because you removed your
Yeah.
extra damage to him.
Well, I didn't do any damage to him.
I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm at Mog's original damage.
So the smite. So I hit him for 5 on the dice, and then what does a smite? I'm not sure what the. Oh, actually, where is
D8.
my? Yes. So this is a searing smite. So I get an extra 1d6.
Oh, that was
Wow.
a D8.
Obsidian's trying to give you more dice.
That was cheating.
That's okay. That's all good. I don't mind.
Pretty sure I played the whole last campaign with a D8.
So
Damn.
so he rolled a 6, so 11.
Oh, 11 points of damage. Nice. Okay, now he's starting to look bloodied. So you roll up in there, start hacking like toe to toe with this guy. He's the size of Rojo, and this is a sight to be seen. I mean, he's blocking some of your hits with his crossbowed arm, but some of them connect as you just start hacking and slashing. with his other arm that isn't protecting him from combat, can see Obsidian crawling under the table, takes with his large hands, like Rojo,
Right.
takes 2 bombs off of his sash, with his teeth pops them and throws them under the table. I need... Actually, Calliope will have to as well, and Captain Zord. Everybody needs to make a dexterity check, just the 3 of them.
Is it a saving throw?
No, it's a dex check, I believe. Let me just double check. Yep, dexterity check.
21.
21.
Oh my god, 5.
5. Okay, so Obsidian, you roll out of the way, maybe like to the far end of the table or behind something. You don't take any damage at all. Calliope, Zord jumps from the far end to the table forward, avoiding the damage, but Calliope, you would take
I got goblin blood in my eyes. Can't see.
8 points of fire damage.
Oh, Christ. That sucks.
His second action is to aim his crossbow at Rojo, who is toe-to-toe with him, so it's at disadvantage. Nope, that's not going to hit. I'm guessing 8 doesn't hit you.
No, not even close.
Just over the shoulder while you're trying to wield this axe at him. His turn is over. He's going to keep his body in the doorway. The group of goblins are going to chase after Obsidian, who is currently still under the table, I believe, but on the far end now. So they're going to have to attack. I think they would attack at disadvantage because they're calling under. They're squeezing, right? So I think that's disadvantage. Natural 1. We'll figure out what to do that in a minute. And the other definitely does not hit. So they're trying to hack and slash under there. Actually, I'll say while they're trying to slash at you with the natural 1, the one hits the other for 6 points of slashing
Clumsy
damage,
goblin.
which is almost enough to kill him. He's like bleeding out and like Mog.
Mog is going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the big scary. What is it?
Dwarf.
Because you said it was as big as orc.
Half orc, half dwarf.
As big as
A
the orc.
dwarf.
It's
So I
as
get
big as an
confused.
orc, but it's a dwarf.
It is a
And
dwarf.
that doesn't really make sense. Yes. So this is a wisdom saving throw against my spell save DC, which I'm not going to tell you what it is. No, and if you fail, you take 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately take a reaction and move as far away from me as your speed will allow.
Okay.
No.
So I make a save
Yeah.
with which stat?
A wisdom?
7.
Yeah. My spell save is 12.
Nice.
So you fail.
He fails.
3d6 equals 10.
10 points of damage. Nice.
And immediately moves as far away from me as you possibly can, considering your speed.
Considering his speed.
And if he's standing in the doorway, I think he should probably have to go out of the room. That's what I think.
So I can't attack him?
Unless
We could close the door, though.
Okay, so let me just understand the magic for a second. Like, he would make the choice of where he moves, though, correct?
It doesn't really say that. It just
He
says...
just has to move away.
He just says that he has to move as far away from me as his speed will allow.
Okay, well, I will openly say that he had a tactic in mind that was coming up, so he's going to use it now. He uses his action to move straight towards these stained glass windows
How can he use his action when it's not his turn, though?
because he has to run away. He's running straight towards the windows.
So I would get an
But
opportunity
wouldn't he have
attack.
to go towards Mog in order to do that? It's a fear.
No, he's side by side, isn't he?
Because
Yes,
Mog
yeah.
was over beside the door, and he just came in the door.
Yeah, the windows are down here.
So he's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
run as far as he can across the room,
Yeah.
which...
If anything, that is actually away from Mog.
But he can't run that far, can
No,
he?
no.
In one move?
No, he's just going to 30.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd get an opportunity attack.
I'm not actually sure that you do. Let me check his stat here. Nope, wrong guy. Yes, you do. So let's do a round of opportunity attacks. Obsidian would not. Zord will. Calliope will, I think.
I'm still across the table. I haven't moved
Oh.
from where I was.
Okay.
To begin
then
with.
just Rojo. Go ahead, Rojo.
So 19, that'll
Hits.
be 21.
Yeah, definitely
And
hits.
so I'm going to hit him with my axe again, and that's going to be 1d12. And I got a 1 on my
One.
d12.
Nice.
So that would be, so that's going to be 4,
Oh.
because I got a +3 with that.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so you managed to nick him, but not enough to bring him down as
No.
he's running just out of range of your axe. So he's running, beelining towards these windows. Mog, you've had your turn. Are you making a move action?
That is the end of my turn. I am. Yeah, I think I would pursue if I see him. If it looks like to me like he's going to try to run and jump out those windows, I'm going to
Yeah.
chase him.
'Kay.
And I have an extra 10 feet on my speed because I'm shifty.
Nice. Okay.
So I got 40 feet.
So you're going to run up to him?
I'm going to run. Probably won't like run to him like I'm going to attack him, but we'll like run to that end of the room.
Okay. Sounds good. Calliope.
So he should be up in my space now, pretty much.
Yeah, he's 5 or 10 feet.
Well, I'll
from you.
move into his space regardless, and I am gonna spit up some blood because I am beyond bloodied. And I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
With a 19 plus 4 should do it.
Yep.
So that'll be my rapier. So an 8 on my D8. So that's an 8 plus, so 10 points of damage on the first hit.
10 points.
How bloody is he looking?
He stumbles as he's running past you and you make this hit. I'm just saying like he is still kind of moving in
Okay.
action. Falls to his knees, but does start standing up again.
Okay.
But he is looking rough.
I want to hit him again. If I take him down to 0, I want to be hitting him non-lethally.
Okay.
Like I'm doing my full damage, but I don't want to kill him.
Okay.
I want to make him unconscious. So 18?
18 to
To
hit?
hit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I was like, no, 18 points of damage? Oh, God. 3 points of damage on that one?
3 points, not enough to do it.
Action surge now. Now I'm going to use my action surge. Oh, God, it jumped. Can we not use that roll? What a waste of an action surge. Will 10 do it?
10 points of damage?
No, 10 to hit him.
Oh, 10
I rolled
just
shitty.
misses.
God damn it. Okay. Well, what a waste of an action surge.
Zord missed his shot with his sword with the opportunity attack obsidian.
So, Obsidian is under the table right now at this dwarf's feet,
Yep.
with with goblins coming on the table on the other side of Obsidian.
Yep.
How close are the goblins? They're like right there, right?
They
I'm
would-
right
they'd be on
next to
you.
them, so you should
Yeah.
get sneak attack because I'm right there.
I'm not sure if I don't think Obsidian sees the dwarf because they're still
Probably
focused
not.
on these
Obsessed with
goblins,
it.
and they're
Yeah.
like, why don't you just die? And I've seen that one goblin stabbed another one by accident, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna swipe at the one that. So it's 21
Yeah, that hits.
for 4 points of damage.
That'll kill him. He was already close to death after the one had sliced him.
Okay.
So he goes down, just piles up under the table.
And
One's
with-
still going after you.
With my offhand, I'll swing at that one,
Okay.
and that is a 17
Yep. Roll damage.
for 1 point of damage.
Oof. Won't do that. But
And Obsidian, still afraid, is actually, they're not looking at the dwarf. They are backing up from underneath the table.
okay.
And I'm thinking that they're going to run into the dwarf without seeing them there. Does that make sense? They're
Yeah.
like crawling backwards on all fours without looking.
Right. Yeah,
and
you're
then
almost gonna like
bump right into the dwarf's legs.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, you would essentially be right up behind him, but like prone on the floor, essentially. Well, all fours.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Rojo.
So Rojo is going to jump up on the table
Okay.
and just start trucking across the table and leap. He's going to grab like the carving knife and fork out of the ham. And he's gonna like literally dive tackle onto the dwarf.
Okay, I like it. I guess we'll call those daggers. So that's a D6 of damage, I think.
Cool.
But you got to give me an attack roll first. Let's do an acrobatics check, and if you succeed on a, I don't know, we'll say 13 or higher, you can have advantage on the roll.
Dagger's a d4.
Oh, it's D4. D4 plus Dex, right? Yeah.
So natural 20.
Oh my God!
Hell
Come
yeah.
on.
Rojo.
Plus my acrobatics is so 23.
A lot of nat 20s tonight.
Nat 20.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah.
And so that gets him on the table.
No, that gets him flying through the air like a graceful steam train.
Nice. Okay, and then attack rolls.
Yeah, you can roll with advantage for sure.
Graceful Steam Train.
Funny.
Good band name.
Yeah.
So that's so I got 5. So 9. It's not going to hit him.
No, even with advantage.
I know.
Oh no. And then offhand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 8. Oh shit.
Cut him.
8. I got him. 8. So that's 12.
12 will do it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And we said 1d4. It's a
1d4 plus your dex modifier.
So 3.
3.
You don't get your modifier on a
On an
offhand.
offhand, yeah.
No.
On an offhand.
Oh.
Oh, no!
So
What is
2.
it? That's not enough to do.
Fuck.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I thought
I was thinking like the salad fork stuck in the side of
I
this
thought I
guy's.
forked
That
that
being
guy.
said, the moment he moves, we all get an opportunity attack on him because we're all around him right
When
now.
Yeah,
he's got
true.
he's got a steam train coming at him,
Rojo's
right?
literally on his head.
I'm gonna land on him.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I feel like he's going to have to, if you're flying through the air impacting this guy, he's going to have to make a strength check.
Like a 350-pound orc.
I mean, he's like a 350-pound dwarf.
True.
Let's do
That's a big
opposed strength
dwarf.
checks.
Crush him, Rojo. Crush him.
Now, do I get my my advantage here?
No. You have for the attack.
13.
With mine, 20, not natural.
Oh, man.
So you collapse into him, stab him, but he managed to stay on his feet. He does continue to run, though. So, round of opportunity attacks, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
Non-lethal?
Wait.
I will be attacking non-lethally.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want to kill him.
13.
13 hits.
So that is
5 points of damage.
15 for me.
15 hits.
12.
12 hits. Everybody just goes like ape shit on this guy.
Obsidian's got him at the ankles.
6 points of damage for me.
6, 5.
2 points with the fork.
2 points with the fork.
I wasn't thinking non-lethal. I mean, I'm just in blind terror. Obsidian's not thinking. Yeah.
Okay. The dwarf goes down, looks stone dead as he bleeds out. The goblins still go to attack. I think that they would go...
There's one still way back in the other end of the room, right?
There's still one at the other end of the room and one under the table. The one comes crawling and tries to cut Obsidian. Ooh, probably not. 8.
Miss.
Miss. And then the other is going to make his way across the room. I don't think he can make it there, though. Nope. So he's at the far end of the table, but charging you just relentlessly. Mog.
Mog casts Firebolt at the
Last goblin?
last
no, there's
goblin.
two
The goblin that
left.
just
One's under
charges
the table.
towards us.
Okay. The one you can see. There's one under the
Yes.
table.
Yeah, so I can use that for my extra. 18, 20, 25.
Definitely hits. A poor squishy goblin.
What did I say I was using? Oh, yeah, Firebolt. And that is a 1d10. 6 plus no bonus because it's a spell. Yeah.
6 is
6
just
points
enough
damage.
to do it. Collapses, but stands up, barely alive. Looks like he's still going to go after Obsidian for killing his other goblin buddies. Flyby.
How many goblins are there on the...
There's one.
Oh, I don't know if this matters. Sorry, just a second. That says that the flammable object hit. Oh, a flammable object hit by stalagmites. Never mind. Keep going.
There's 2 left, one under the table and one running towards the group of you.
All right, I'm gonna move into melee with the one moving towards the group of us.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack it non-lethally.
Okay.
My rapier, natural 1.
Wow. Okay.
Fuck.
Let's just say you run past it as it's running you, and it's going to get an attack of opportunity on you for 15.
No.
Nope.
Doesn't
Okay.
hit.
Doesn't
I'm gonna
manage to
come
hit.
back to. I'm gonna run back to it and try and
Okay.
get my offhand.
Okay.
Come on.
Another natural one. We're doing it again. You guys are running past each other. Oh, he misses
wow.
too.
That's
you only
so
get 6.
comical.
That's
Oh my
amazing. The
God.
2 of you chasing each other around, trying to slice with swords.
And they're all dizzy and missing.
Yeah. Oh,
Captain
Zord would go. He definitely hits. Probably don't even need to roll, but it's. Yeah, lobs its head off.
Oh my god.
Falls to the ground. Obsidian.
One more goblin.
Obsidian. Was there a tablecloth on the table?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Obsidian is actually not going to stab at the goblin. Obsidian is going to stand up, grabbing the tablecloth,
Okay.
and pulling it down, on, like trying to like block the goblin from chasing them.
The tablecloth.
Yeah, because the goblin won't be able to see, right?
All right. Fair enough. Fair
and
enough.
then,
You pull down the
and then
tablecloth.
Obsidian is going to disengage to the other end of the room.
Okay, I like it. Oh, that's a good move. I like it. Okay, so the goblins partially blinded just by this tablecloth and stuff that had crashed off the table, like the ham's on the floor now, a little bit of wine.
The ham.
Oh
Not the ham.
the
ham.
wine.
Rojo.
Okay.
Just got a hidden goblin behind a veil of tablecloth.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna swing it. I wonder if I can swing my axe at both the legs, knowing that the table will crush the goblin. Goblin.
The legs,
Sure. Goblin.
the legs of the table. You
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, just
not
swing.
the legs of the goblin.
Sure.
Well, I can't see the goblin, right? Because he's pulled the.
Yeah, throw your axe at it. I
All
like
right.
it. Or you're just running up and slicing.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna take my axe and I'm just gonna swing at the.
Oh, right.
At the table legs and just
Okay.
let the table legs or the table fall onto the goblin.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
Well, I think that's 19. Yeah, that's 19 plus
Wow.
4, so it's 23.
Jeez.
So I hit the legs anyway.
Yep, for sure. Give me an attack roll.
Alright.
Or a damage roll, sorry.
So 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. And you had hit that goblin before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you managed to not only take the legs out, but that goblin was running after Obsidian and was at the edge of the table. So you connect with a leg, it comes off. You connect with a goblin head, it comes off. And then you connect with the other leg. And the whole table's just like... it's like the goblin head like rolls out towards your feet.
No.
That would make you guys officially out of combat.
Awesome. And Rojo's going to look over at Calliope. And like that.
Calliope's gonna run over to the dwarf and like try and like check him for a pulse. And then when she doesn't find one, she's just gonna stare daggers at Obsidian.
I didn't know that you wanted it alive.
I yelled explicitly, "Don't kill the dwarf!" I yelled it at the beginning of combat very loudly.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm not sure he would have survived anyway. The Xanathar Guild are known to kill themselves if they're kept for questioning. He probably would have destroyed himself before you had a chance.
Well, how are we meant to find our friends if we can't get any information from the Xanathar Guild?
We never got to finish our conversation.
Oh my god, are we still doing this?
Well, if you'd like to know where your friends are, I could tell you.
Yes. Anyone got any healing? I've got approximately, like, I would say on a scale of 1 to 18, I'm at about a 4 right now. If I had to,
Well, I could offer you some food, but your friend pulled half of it off the table.
Calliope just lays on the ground and just coughs up some blood.
Mog has a healing potion that he'll hand off to Calliope.
Well, I mean, I don't know. A healing potion feels like a waste of resources. I'm not dead.
You could just carry it. You don't have to take it right now.
All right, yes, thanks,
You
darling.
shouldn't really turn down a gift from somebody.
No, it's not. I'm not trying to turn it down. I just don't want to waste
And Mog's
it.
also going to go pick up the ham that's laying on the ground and brush it off and go hand it to Rojo. That's good fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You were in the zone today. That was
yeah,
good.
that was a
Nice
good
to
one.
see.
Yeah,
Did
You
the
must have slept well last night
Yep.
with your roommate.
my roommate. Yeah. Keeps the place.
you're very
Clean.
inappropriate.
Yeah, we need to come back to that later.
nice.
We need to talk about that as a group.
We all need friends. It's fine.
Did the wine bottle break when it fell off the table?
I was imagining it was the goblets of wine, not
They
the wine
spilt.
bottle.
Oh,
Are you licking the floor?
I was just gonna sob.
I mean, it was still spilt wine. Zord, you would see, is just sort of walking around the room, checking the bodies just for anything. Doesn't look like he's really finding anything, and then just starts like pulling them off to the side and instructing that figure to dispose of them, who starts to pull them out of the room and generally just sort of like start tidying up.
And where are our friends you were about to tell us?
Yes. Sorry, my head is spinning. It's been quite a long time since someone has had the audacity to attack me on my own boat.
That seems pretty brazen.
I would imagine this is something. This is a. This is a threat from Xanathar. He knew damn well that they were not going to survive. What he's trying to play out, I don't know. But it does have me concerned that he's willing to send his men blindly into death.
Maybe that's what he was trying to do. Maybe he's just trying to scare you, throw you off a little bit.
Could be.
Maybe he's trying to send a message.
Maybe you should do the same.
Just like Saloon.
Well, Saloon had a message, that's true.
Yeah.
We never got to hear their
Yeah,
message.
just he's dead, so we can't hear his message.
That's right.
Well, maybe the message wasn't. It was just more, die.
I think that's more of along Xanathar's tact.
Yeah.
You're friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
Good. Your other friends
Oh yeah, those.
are you aware of the... Of course you're aware of it. You're from Waterdeep, are you not?
Yep.
Sort of.
The City of the Dead. You would all know is the cemetery.
Mm.
We
Normally a very beautiful place, actually. I've gone down there and walked through the parks.
Nice flowers.
Very nice. You often see the kids playing. But on the far end of...
often see the kids play.
Yes,
Cemetery?
it's actually a very beautiful park. Your
Nice.
friend Obsidian here would
Yeah,
know,
it's
yeah.
lovely. You see
Yeah.
the tulips.
They
They
generally
have
encourage
tulips of
people to
all
go there.
sorts of
I was gonna
colors.
walk across the street and around it. 'Cause my grandpa used to always tell me that people are dying to get in there.
I like your grandfather.
He's funny.
Sounds like an interesting lad to hang out with. No, interesting.
A
He was,
lad.
He wasn't a lad. He was
No.
pretty old.
yes, an
Yeah.
interesting bloke, I mean.
Okay. Where are our friends?
The City of the Dead. Sorry.
They're dead.
No,
The
they
far
are
end.
in the City of the Dead. The far end that has become dilapidated. You remember, you may have not been here for the Earthshake, but some of it had been torn apart and collapsed. One of the... It's not a temple. Tombs. One of the collapsed tombs there has been a hideout for the Xanathar gang for some time. It is my understanding that they have been brought there.
Right.
And so we're just supposed to go in and just find them and fight against a big gang.
Well, I would leave that up to you. It would seem that they are, well, I don't know if they are dead or not. They may very well be after they gave the information they required. I'm guessing the only reason you're not dead is that he's waiting for Delacar to contact you. And then you will be dead.
Wow, we're not dead yet.
We're not. It sounds like there's kind of coming at us from every angle, though. And now in this arrangement, if we what happens if we say no and walk away?
You can absolutely say no.
Well, I
I'm
know we can, but
just trying to position myself with the best possible chance of getting my hands on these Cache of Dragons. Much like everybody else.
I have one actually little. Just is there something deeper to the? Are these dragons worth more than just the face value of the dollars attached to them? Is this more than monetary in some way? Do they have special powers? Are they magic? Are you magic?
Not that I'm aware of. There is one other thing, though. But that is on a need-to-know basis, and one I'm not willing to share just yet.
Then why would you bring it up?
It's just gonna
You're
kill
not
me,
very
darling.
good
I
at
mean, I'm gonna be
secrets.
thinking about it all night. What was it?
Is this
I don't like when people have secrets.
Is this the Harper thing?
My reason for bringing it up is, should we make an alliance, perhaps we can come to an understanding of the additional information.
You have an underage roommate too.
No.
Okay, can we just let's just lay this out quickly, cleanly, and then we can make a decision and kind of everyone can move on with their day, because I feel it hasn't really been that long. It feels like a long time. You talk kind of slow, so maybe just that's what's happening.
Well, it's getting close to snack time.
I have been drinking since this morning.
Yeah.
So have they.
Cheers.
Cheers. Obsidian actually
Clinks.
is
He
holding
actually
a
clinks.
full bottle of wine.
Nice.
Clink.
He picks up the brandy bottle and clinks it with you.
So, what's on offer is we form an alliance with you so that you have exclusive rights to the information that Delacar brings to us, whatever it may be.
For the stone.
or the stone in exchange for what? Your protection? It's a bit of a shit deal for us, isn't it?
Well, and you did just tell us that you can't really help us to go into this.
You're not going to help us with our friends. You're
Gang's
not going to
crypt.
protect us from Urstel. You're basically just saying, well, here I am. I'm a better bet than Urstel. Why don't you give me the Cache of Dragons? At that rate, why don't I keep the Cache of Dragons?
The only thing you've told us is where our friends are, but you just said they might be dead anyways.
Perhaps we share on the Cache of Dragons then.
25%.
I don't really care about money. That's
The
not
Cache
really
of Dragons doesn't mean much to us if we're dead before we get to it.
That's
I
true.
need we need explicit protection, more than just a half-assed offer.
Me and my crew can help with that, but I'm not willing to send them blindly into Xanathar's hideouts, if that's what you're asking.
Well, what can you do for us?
You will
As I've said, our movements are political. Should there be something we can do behind the scenes, this Zent that is in your tavern, something we can deal with.
They'll just send another one. It doesn't really mean anything, does it? Take care of one Zent, they'll just send another.
So what do you propose?
You offer us something actual, tangible, or we take our business elsewhere.
How about these fellows that were watching us from the rooftops continue to watch us and intervene should we run into trouble?
Well, that's pretty smart. That's good.
They are quite capable, and he looks over at the one.
How many do you have?
That's on a need-to-know basis.
Can you make more?
It's in your best
No.
interest to keep us alive.
Right now it is.
So there's
Don't
maybe,
say
maybe
that.
it's to everybody's benefit if they follow us from the rooftops. Should we run into any issues, they intervene. And in addition, you kill the man in our
Done.
and 25%.
If the Cache of Dragons is as much as they say it is, 500,000, you may have your 25%. If it's less than that, we shall come up with a different number. But in addition, the other thing that's there is mine.
I need to
I don't-
know basis.
I don't want to know. We don't want to know what
That
that
No,
works.
I don't
Yes,
feel like I
very
need
well.
to.
I feel like-
Yes. No, that's fine.
I feel like the less information we have now, the better we are.
That's probably wise.
Yes,
you.
we have a deal. I think that's a deal.
What do you mean to do with the dragons?
You already said it gives them power.
Gain power with
Oh.
the seats of the masked lords.
Flyby,
The
that's
heads
just
of Waterdeep.
125,000
There's
dragons.
there's no way these are just coin value. How does just having 500,000 gold equivalent make him put him in a position of
It's a
power?
lot of money.
Yeah, lots of people have lots of money.
Not
I
that
got lots of
much.
money.
That's buku bucks.
I have 126 dragons. This is an exponentially more amount.
Well, you seem to be a little spendy
I-
sometimes.
You're forgetting that the amount is not the only part that plays into this, but the value was taken from the city itself. It was embezzled, rightfully owned by the city.
Oh, so you're gonna do good and return it to the city and be the hero.
I didn't say that.
Oh, that's cute. I was just kidding. I was trying to be tough.
We don't have to return our part.
We could
That part
Well-
had mysteriously gone missing.
okay, should we just have like a little aside, like the four of us, and we could kind of figure this out? Or should we we could go home and think about it, maybe send a message back somehow? We could bring one of those things with us. Could return the message. Oh, they can't.
Can you give
talk.
us 24 hours to make a decision?
Very well. I will send a nimble right, one of them, to speak with you, to
Oh.
receive the message. They cannot speak.
But they can translate a message?
They
You know,
can
we
receive
Ri-
message.
we
They can
write
understand you.
a letter, maybe.
Oh, and pin it to it. Okay.
Now, if you don't mind, I will be cleaning up my quarters.
Sorry about your table. I don't want it anymore.
It was a shit table anyway.
Oh, it was ever.
All right, well.
Well, it's been my pleasure.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yes.
Thanks for the party.
It was a party, wasn't it?
It was. That was great.
Wasn't quite expecting that, but it's been a while since I've got some blood on my blades.
Mm.
I can't complain.
Fair enough. I really like running across the table. That was cool.
Yeah, that was
Been a-
really cool, actually. I saw that. That was so cool.
God, it's been weeks since I've done that.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll get out of your hair.
He snaps his fingers and just points to the upper deck, and the figure just quickly moves out towards the upper deck.
Mog leans back into the door as he's leaving and goes, "Harper's forever." Gives him a wink.
I'll let your daddy know.
I'll let Myrtle know.
Tell Myrtle I say hi.
See? Gotcha.
So we head back to the rowboat.
Yep. So you guys head up to the upper deck. You head down to the rowboat, and this figure starts rowing you back towards the docks. It's getting quite late now. Spent the better part of the afternoon with Zord. What do you guys do?
I told you that wasn't going to be so bad. That was awesome.
Well, it was kind of confusing and a little bit nonsensical.
Stressful.
I don't really get it.
Stressful is what it is.
I feel
Good to
like
have options.
I feel like I need to apologize to you all. I didn't handle myself very well from the rowboat, jumping and trying to swim and
That's okay.
running away, and this adventuring is not that
It's
fun, really.
You've been carrying a lot of stress lately. It's on you. We can see it.
Yes.
Yes.
You can smell it on
It's
you.
all right, darling.
Yeah, it's
I'll do better.
We
I'm
all
sure.
have off days.
With that, I think we should take a break.
I don't have off days.
Oh, man, we're back from our break. That was a late break. Hour and 40 minutes in.
Oops.
That's my bad. We
It's okay.
probably should have paused before that combat. But, now you're...
Let's get into
I
it.
think it's better to play what's natural instead of forcing it to a clock.
fair enough. Yeah.
To a certain degree.
Mhm.
I actually had looked it out. It's like 140. Should I just go for 20 minutes and then end the game? But it felt like a good time for me to go pee.
I wanted some broccoli.
Yeah, I was like getting so hungry. I was like, I didn't eat dinner before I came, and
You're
I
like,
was starting
"What's
I was
going
feeling
on?"
like kind of hangry. I was like, why am I so grumpy right now? And then I started eating something. I'm like, oh,
I feel like I've turned into a senior on Sundays because I eat dinner at like 4:45.
Nice.
Salisbury steak and a nap.
Right?
my veal cutlets.
That does sound nice. The nap. So you guys, you people, are on the dock ward. Or in the dock ward. Not late night, it's just kind of dusky now. Because you had gone to that boat sort of afternoonish. Spent a fair bit of time with Zord, killed a couple goblins. Now, the world that is Waterdeep is your oyster. Tell me what the group of you do.
Did we ever decide if we were going to go to see Erstal, or was that kind of put on the side burner? Or should we go back to the old haunt? Do we
I
go
feel
to
like
the
it's a-
vineyard? Do we go to the dead city? Like, what do we do?
I feel like it's a bad idea to go see Erstal.
I don't think we have our heads around that one enough.
I
No, I
think if we
agree.
go see Erstal and then suddenly the guy, like, I think from our perspective, if the guy in our tavern turns up dead, it's better if we don't implicate ourselves in that, you know? We can just pass that off
no,
as like, oh, maybe the Xanathar got him, or,
Well,
you know.
weren't we supposed to say to Erstal that Xanathar has our friends, which then makes
Mhm.
Erstal worry that Xanathar's... This is the advantage.
Onto it.
Yeah, so that if Erstal thinks that Xanathar has something over us, then they'll worry that we're going to flip on them. We don't have to mention the captain, and then maybe Erstal will fight with Xanathar, and this could only be good for us.
I mean, yes, I guess, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do.
I want to go to the vineyard.
I have a migraine. I want to go to bed.
Oh yes, we should probably rest.
I actually did have a thought about that. The vineyard. It might seem like a distraction, but I think it's where we might find Delacar.
I think
feel
that's
like
what I
he-
was saying.
I know you
Yes,
were. I know you were.
I'm so glad you've caught up.
I just feel like Delacar is probably not in the city. There's
No.
too many people after them right now.
Would you be in the city? I wouldn't be in the city.
I have to be in the
That's
city
kind of what does that mean?
Geez, are you like?
You're not allowed to leave?
where I live.
Can I
You-
tell you guys what I want to do?
You just said you wanted
You
to
have
go
a migraine.
rest.
Well, I want to go to bed, but I also want to save our friends. I'm feeling quite worried about
I'm-
Yorick.
I'm a bit nervous about that. Going into a crypt filled with gangsters. Or we
Yes,
don't
but
know.
if we don't go, they die. Well, Liff remains dead regardless. Till, I mean, I could go one way or another, but I do really care about Yorick quite a bit.
That's fair.
Who's York again?
Well, York's my contact, but I do. He's
Oh,
a
yes, right.
friend of mine as well.
Right. Sorry, I'd forgotten.
I feel like if we're going to do that, we should go rest up a little.
Yes, no, we
But just know, like, if we go back to the tavern, that Zent guy is probably there, and we're just gonna want to be.
Weren't they sending someone to kill him?
Well, we don't know when. I'm assuming they're just not gonna do it if we're there.
yes, it'll happen eventually.
We could go to the yawning portal to rest.
I mean, I always sleep at the yawning portal. I live there.
We can go back to my apartment.
With your okay, actually, can we address that real quick?
Actually, I don't feel comfortable
Rojo,
addressing it.
why do you have a little boy in your apartment? I want to be transparent about something. I was actually at your... So I actually have known for a while that Rojo lives in his own apartment. I found that out a little while ago, and I did actually... to be honest, I was at your apartment last night.
I don't remember that.
Well, because you didn't see me, darling. I was actually looking through the window.
That's kind of creepy.
Well, I was just... Cause
That's weird, actually.
Rojo said a couple weeks ago or a couple of nights ago when I found out that he doesn't live at the Yawning Portal, he told me that he has a secret. When I asked him what his secret was, he says, "I'm not going to tell you." And I said, "Well, I'm going to find out what it is." And so I went snooping about, and so I'm just wondering, is this underage boy you're living with, is this the secret?
Well, it's part of the secret.
Is this your son? Do you have an illegitimate son? Because I
No.
wouldn't judge you, darling.
No, he's my roommate.
That's super weird. Why do you live with a 17-year-old boy?
He's not the only one.
What?
Oh, you're like a foster parent. You help these kids
Are these
grow up and
orphans?
take them off the streets.
Yeah.
See, I knew you were good.
Yeah.
I like Rojo.
I mean,
Well, why are you being secretive about it?
and isn't he then a shitty foster parent if he's out with us all the time?
No,
The fact that you make it a secret and you're being so cagey about it makes it feel very suspect. It makes it feel like something not very good's going on.
I don't know if it's that. I just feel surprised that you don't trust us enough to say it earlier.
And
Well,
you have an apartment?
yeah.
What about your room in the Yawning Portal? Do you pay rent twice?
Doesn't have one.
don't
It's
have
all a
one.
ruse.
Okay, why don't we let Rojo talk now and just and figure it out?
Well, so I was pretending that I had a room at the portal, the yarning portal, and then I would still go in there and I'd like have breakfast there, and then I'd duck out and then go back to my apartment and then duck in for breakfast, and
Why?
because I don't want anybody following me back to my apartment.
Because
That's kind of backfired on you.
Well, yeah, now the Calliope is snooping around.
Well, yes, if you tell me
But
you
I
have
don't
a
want to put.
secret.
But I didn't want anybody. Well, because I trust you, right? I didn't want to put anybody in danger. I didn't want to put anybody in my apartment in danger. I didn't want people following me to where I live, especially in the line of work that we're in.
Now I feel
What? And so who's
terrible.
this? Who is this child in your apartment?
He's an orphan that I grew up with on the street. He was very, very young when we were together,
Oh,
How old are you, Rojo?
like 25.
Oh, he's young
okay.
too.
This makes sense.
All right. Well,
All
okay.
right.
Sorry about the third degree. You know,
I'm not sorry.
His
I'm a
name's-
little sorry.
Are you?
Rojo, do you often find it takes a while before you trust people?
Yeah,
Do you trust us now?
barely.
Yes, that's fair. I did snoop around. For the record, I don't trust any of you except for Obsidian, and really that's out of like a familial kind of, if I hadn't been grown up with Obsidian, I probably wouldn't trust them
trust-
either.
Okay,
I trust you.
I have
Well,
an
yeah,
idea.
of course, because we've like, family or whatever, I'm like your, I don't know, it's not really a niece, more like a,
Child?
child that you saw become not a child anymore.
Yes. I'm fond of you.
Yes, I'm fond of you too.
All right.
Okay,
Would you like
how
to have a
about-
hug? It's
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
Calliope does hugs.
Mog jumps in on the hug.
Oh, God. All right.
oh,
Well, mind my ribs. I've got the shit kicked out of me back there.
Okay, I've got an idea. Moving forward, no secrets. We tell each other everything, right?
Like
About
a secret circle.
well, I don't.
Do you have a secret Mog?
Do I have a secret?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Which one?
Well, I don't know.
Let's see.
The biggest one.
About there's a parasitic twin that lives inside of me.
that's gross.
I don't know.
Oh.
That's
Is
never
Is it
really-
okay? Are you all right with that?
Yeah, my
Is it making
nanny.
you sick?
Does he
My
look
na-
just like you?
I haven't seen.
Like the twin part?
It's inside of his body.
It's like not really fully developed. I don't know. My nanny told me about it when I moved out, and she was like, it was like something that she wanted me to understand because she said that's where I get my sorcery powers from.
That is a pretty big secret.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
All right.
I don't
How
know
do you
what it
feel
means.
now that you've shared that? Do you feel closer to us? Do you feel like it's a weight off your chest?
and I don't think so. It wasn't really meant to be a secret. It just
Oh.
feels like it's sort of like benign.
Hmm.
Doesn't really affect things, but
The
maybe
tumor?
that's just me like emotionally distancing from something that's deeper than I know it is, and I'm just trying to like find some space around it for now. You know?
This is a very weird conversation.
Yeah, we're just walking through the streets having this conversation.
Feel like it's like this down, like it's just dark and kind of like cold. You guys are walking back towards the old haunt, and everybody's just feeling like you've just been run over and over again. Like
Yeah.
you get one way and then you're pulled back down. And you're like, oh, maybe we figured out this. And then now you're deeper in the hole than you were before. And everybody's just like frustrated.
Feel like shit, yeah.
Feel like shit. And are like dragging your feet through the streets as you have these conversations.
I have to tell you guys, I actually feel, I just feel awful. I don't know. I feel like there's anything we do is just going to get us right back to where we are. We can't trust Urstel. We can't trust Zord. We can't trust anyone. No one actually has our best interest.
But here's what we have that nobody else has.
Rojo.
If you say friendship, I'm going to twist your nipple.
I was gonna say that Delacar wants to see us. He doesn't want to see anybody else. We don't know if that's true, but what we've been told, I think more than once now, is that Delacar wants to see us. That's something that I think we can leverage against everybody else. Hopefully, it doesn't get us killed in the middle, but
It's just a bit weird.
That's something
Delacar
that we
has
have.
very bad taste in friends.
How-
Delacar.
how do we...
Well, Zord actually let it slip that what Zord thinks is that Neverember is sending Delacar to see us because we saved Renair, and so from Neverember's perspective, we might be the best bet. You know, he's
Oh,
thinking,
oh, there's
we
another
saved
option.
his son, and, you know, maybe we'll stand up people. And we are, actually. I mean, Rojo's a regular...
Champion.
Yeah, he's a champion. He has orphans that he takes care of. He's a genuinely good person.
Then why don't we just go around Delacar and go straight to Neverember?
Yes.
He's not here. He's
Oh,
in
let's
Neverwinter.
go there.
You want to just skip town?
Yes, we should do that.
I don't know if
we should
it's
skip
skipping
town.
I don't know if it's skipping town, but I'm like we're allowed to leave.
We
if
could leave
want.
town.
I
I
don't
think we
we're
should.
prisoners.
We'll go on like a hiatus.
You want
Sabbatical?
to try and? Do we have the funds to get all the way to Neverwinter?
I don't know about that,
Yep.
Sure.
Do we?
We'll sell the pub.
guys. That's a little extreme.
Yeah.
Well,
My
it would
whole
be
life's
safer.
here in.
Yeah,
I don't want to give up my life.
Your
in
life is
Waterdeep.
about to
No, no, I
end
don't-
here.
I don't think we're trying to move there. I just think that if we could.
I would move there.
Never mind. We can talk about that later. I feel like there's some aversion tactics
Yeah.
happening with you, Obsidian. That maybe.
Hmm.
Anyways, put a pin in that.
Are we back at the old haunt?
You can be there whenever you want.
I'm just wondering when we arrive, because I had made an order at the sign shop, and I'm wondering if there might be a small parcel waiting for me when we arrive.
There would be, having to be left outside again. But the other thing that you would notice approaching your door is that the handle is broken,
Oh my god!
much like Yorick's, but pulled closed.
Oh no!
Yawning portal.
Yes.
I don't even think we go in.
Do you think that they've?
Maybe they put lift back.
I don't think we do that. I think we just get out of here.
Do you really think we should just leave?
Is it possible that Zord's men have come killed
Oh.
Heldar already?
That's possible. And my clothes are in there. My clothes.
Calliope's gonna walk inside.
I'm gonna pick up the parcel
Oh, these guys.
You pick up the parcel,
and then walk inside.
Flappy walks inside. The group of you walk inside. It's dark in there. None of the lanterns are lit. Everything's turned off. And you don't hear anything.
I'm gonna light some lanterns on the tables. Like,
As you light the lanterns, you would notice a trail of blood that led down the stairs and fades away as it heads towards the doorway. The footsteps there are much more noticeable now because of the blood. Give me an intelligence check.
Both of us?
Anybody.
I think me and Obsidian are. Oh, is everyone in?
Yeah, I guess Calliope and Obsidian are front and center on this.
18.
Perception?
Natural 20, so a 25.
18.
Wow. Man, everybody's
8.
Okay. So
Ro's just sitting there with his finger in his belly button,
It's like-
thinking about ham.
should have filled up before we left. Calliope and Obsidian and Mog. There's a few things that you would notice here. The footsteps you would notice are quite large and boots. These boots are
Made for walking.
something you just recently saw, and they were attached to the bottom of that dwarf. With a natural 20, the markings that Obsidian, I believe, saw at Yorick's place now line up with these as well, and you had not recognized them previously.
Oh no! There is nobody here to take.
So this
Well, Heldar.
Heldar. Oh well, Zola
Yeah.
doesn't have to deal with it anymore.
The trail of blood was like headed towards the door.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
from
go
the stairs.
investigate that.
You head up the stairway, and clear signs of struggle. More blood up here. No Heldar.
They've taken Heldar.
Okay, that's weird.
There's no body.
It's a bit indiscriminate of them, like he's not our friend.
No, they've taken Heldar because now they want to know what level of involvement we have with Urstel.
Mm-hmm.
They're just taking
Uh,
everyone involved with us.
And questioning and trying to figure it out. I don't know what to do.
Ooh. I got a good idea.
Do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
We're on the edge of our seats.
I almost forgot.
I could tell.
Yeah, right. So what if we go and talk to somebody who is like very powerful?
Do you mean like? Do you mean
Like a wizard?
a magic practicer?
No, like
The mayor?
Like
Are you
Lady
suggesting-
Lady
Mayor? Are you
Silverhand?
suggesting we go speak to a grown-up?
That's a great. What if we just find someone who's a lot better than us and ask them to please deal with the problem? Excuse me, Lady Silverhand. We're in a bit of a pickle. Can you please take care of this for us?
no, but I mean, if people are dying around us,
Okay, I have another thought.
who do we want?
What if
Who do
go-
we need out of the way?
What if we just go see Xanathar?
We'll die.
I think we'll probably die.
We might die. What if we split up and we each individually go talk to someone and try to put the puzzle pieces together?
This
don't
might
think
work.
I'm running
If we
out of
go
ideas.
straight to Urstel
Oh,
and tell Urstel that our Heldar has been taken, Urstel might be willing to help us.
I think
because
if we don't do that, Urstel might think that we killed
that we killed Heldar.
and
yes.
then we're in big.
I think we have to, regardless.
Okay, let's go there.
That's a
now.
good
I
idea.
think we should go there right now.
Can I get everybody to give
In the
me,
middle of the night. We know how much Urstel loves to be woken up. Sorry, what was that?
Can I get everybody to give me a dexterity check?
A dexterity check.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
10.
15.
13.
Natural 1.
Oh, God.
Rojo's dead.
You guys are having this conversation quietly in the market of the old Troll Skull Tavern, now the old haunt. Normally very quiet and quaint here. And you're having this conversation. Everybody's standing near the doorway, I think, in the main room anyway of the bar. And there is just this ear-piercing explosion that happens almost right outside your door. By the sounds of it, all your windows blow out. Glass flies into your room that you're in. The two that had failed their rolls, Rojo, you take 1 point of piercing damage. Obsidian, you take 5. The other two manage to avoid the glass flying directly at you. And there's just like this billow of smoke as you look out the windows in the center square, just like, and now you hear people like screaming out, people like leaving their houses, or people just like a chatter, and then in an off distance, like not quite a siren, but a call, which you would know is for the the Griffin Riders, which is basically the city's eye from the sky. They would circle around during major events to see what is going on. What do you do?
I would go and check in on everybody else and see how everybody's doing.
Okay.
So I'd just like go and see Obsidian and
Obsidian looks down at their lap, and all this glass had come in this explosion, and the parcel they were holding is a bit tattered and ripped now.
Yeah.
And they look up at Rojo and they go, "Well, this was a present for you."
got blood all over it.
Hand it to Rojo,
Oh.
and it's just a bundled up bunch of parchments, which are made out to be signs to be hung in store windows. And on it there's a drawing of Rojo, and it says, "Come to ye old haunt, meet the famous Rojo." And then this is meant to be put on all these store windows.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's amazing.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
I think Mog just beelined for outside.
Yeah,
to see
Calliope's
what it was, and if
hot
it was
on Mog's
intended
tail.
for us, if that's obvious or not. He's trying
Okay.
to figure that out.
Calliope's got swords out. She's like, oh.
I'm not running outside.
Calliope and Mog, you enter into the square, and it's a mess out here. There's a few bodies on the ground, kind of center of the square. But the most notable is it would seem that there was a few people kind of standing around their housing, just lingering about. You probably would have seen them when you initially walked in, and now all of them are just big eyes staring at what just happened in front of them, just look pale, unbelievable, like can't believe what just happened. But in front of you is a few bodies. The most notable is 2 Zents that you would have seen before, just completely fried in this explosion. The other looks to be an older woman, but further in the back, you don't recognize her. And then closest to you, that looks like it was heading straight for your doorway, is a very small gnome wearing a sash that looks to have been opened.
Is he dead?
He looks very dead.
Shit.
Don't say what I think you're gonna say.
I might have to say it.
Shit.
You son of a
We'll see you next week.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin. The wilds call, a timeless brawl. Now we roll for initiative. Good and evil fighting for the win. Crit and fumble, critical hit or just a fucking fumble. Cast thine eye on the rolling die. Legends rise on its battle cry. Time to rumble, crit and fumble, critical hit or just another fumble. War is waged on the table stage. Untold sagas of an ancient age. Crit and fumble.
Oh no, I get a few moose spells.